gives me great pleasure to have the magnificent Ben Pope on, the true talisman, the leader of the line for Hastings United. First of all, Ben, how was your Sunday? How are you doing? How are you doing in general?
Yeah, all right Sunday so far. Just chilling out, really. I try and have a relaxing day, as you can be on a Sunday, getting ready for another week. So, yeah, all good. Thank you. How was yours?
No, I'm good. I'm all good, Ben. I'm all good. You were going to be playing in that Cray Cup game. You unfortunately couldn't start because you've got this niggling injury. Could you tell us about that injury and look, what's the state of it at the moment?
Yeah, so, well, I think about 6 years ago now, I broke my ankle pretty badly, and it's just been an ever-occurring thing. I've just got a lot less mobility within my ankle, so I do struggle with all the muscles up the right side of my leg, which just has knock-on effects, really. Sometimes you're all right dealing with it, and sometimes it's just a bit too much. But then in that Brighton T game, I rolled it in the first half, and it just didn't feel right, and I couldn't really give my best for the team, so I had to come off, and then it was a little bit niggly for the week. So I worked on it with Bobby and within the club and outside of the club, and then looking forward to try and getting back to Cray, felt okay, and then just as we were sort of walking around the pitch and that before the game, it was twinging again, so I just said to Gary, right, it's just not worth it. Going out there and not trying to do any damage, but doing any more damage on something that's already sort of fragile. So,
well, yeah, long season ahead. So
exactly. So it's one of them for me. It's a lot of hard work to try and keep everything right and ticking over. So it's been quite handy having quite a long break, especially with now yesterday called off. Unfortunately, so it's fit and raring to go, but. You know, you can't knock a little bit extra rest and a little bit more time just to be 100% right. So, I'm feeling good now. I'm ready to go on Tuesday night, hopefully.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, so, I mean, that rehab itself, what does that look like? I mean, what do you have to... I mean, is it something... I mean, obviously you've got a job of your own, but, is that a lot of rehab on that particular leg you got to do? I mean, is it...
It's not tons of rehab. It's just it's a combination of things, really. It's stretching and sort of getting the muscles around which are affected, which causes it just all tightens up a lot more. So I've got to keep on top of keeping them loose and in condition, as well as strengthening the ankle and trying to get the mobility the best I can through it. There's quite a significant difference between the left and the right ankle, but it's just one of them, really, for me. It's an injury that could never help, and I've just got to try and get it the best I can to try and perform the best I can. So it's just keeping on top of it for my sake, really, and trying to play the best I can. So it's nothing too intense. It's just time and concentrating on it, making sure that I am right. So.
Well, I suppose what's helped a bit is obviously Gary's got in Joe Gabodi, and he's kind of took to it like, well, he's just come in and he's been really impressive, which is handy, because obviously that must be that pressure to get you out there every week, because you are the leader of the line, and I mean that must be a pressure in itself to say sometimes you're agreeing to maybe play when you're only 80%. I mean, have you? I'm sure you've done that last season. You must have done where you've.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, the big difference this season is the physicality. I mean, you do need to be that yard quicker, that bit of strength, stronger. And playing that number 9 role that I have done in the past on your own, it is very exerting. It's a very tough role. You have to cover a lot of ground and, bring everyone else into the game. And as we saw at Lewis, which I know was back-to-back with a Saturday game, Joe Gabodi, he tired. He is only 17, we've got to remember, but he could be one hell of a player in the future. So I think bringing him in really is to give me a bit of support and to sort of take that little bit of pressure off of me, because, I'm a very wholehearted player. And
yeah, not many.
it's one of them, I do feel pressure, but then I want to give my all, but then giving your all can lead to tiredness and not making it through everything. So it's nice to have that little bit of backup, and hopefully we can either keep hold of him, and if we don't, then we might have to look for someone else just to come in as well, maybe to share the load or join in and help out. So, but no, Joe Cabode's definitely a great addition. For 17 years old, I mean, he was frightening against Brighton, and very good against Lewis, and unlucky not to have a goal or two there again.
You must be looking forward to teaming up with him this Tuesday. I mean, I think we've got goals in us, well, particularly at home. I mean, first of all, are you looking for? A stupid question. Of course, you're looking forward to that. But also, what do you think? What's the problem? Do you think with us away, in terms of not getting goals?
I'll be totally honest. To the latter question, away from home, I think we've been very unlucky. We've gone to three, probably the top contenders. You've got Hornchurch, Lewis and Folkestone. And we've kept 2 clean sheets. And then one game we had ruined with a red card and down 2-0 in 10 sort of minutes. I think we've just been unlucky and, chances haven't been taken. I think we've created enough. It's just taking them chances, which do come a little bit less than they did in the league last season, and just where that quality is a bit higher. So I think we'll get there. I think we've had a little bit of an up and down start, but there's no reason why we can't win games. We just haven't quite taken our chances. I think that's the main thing, and that becomes more apparent as you do get higher. Yeah. You either have to create a load more to have the chances, or the chances that do come, you have got to take. I think we will be fine. We'll be fine, and it's just taken a little bit of getting used to. But the boys now, we're all in a bit better spirit. We're not used to losing, or being a little bit, well, not dominated, but being the lesser team, I suppose. But it's quite a positive start because it gets everyone back going, and we all know what we're up against now. And to say we've had a tough start, like I said, 3 away games against some really tough opponents. I think Bark and Hornchurch. I mean, even with 10 men, we had chances to get back in that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And if we could not. I think we could have even nicked a point or even 3 if chances were taken. But that's just the way it goes. So going into Kingstonian on Tuesday, I think at home again with the crowd behind us and everyone just buying into what Gary and John are drumming into us. I think we should be good going forward. Again, like I say, just taking them chances as we've seen.
You mentioned Kingstonians. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, they're beatable. They've had we've got to be brutally honest. They had a poor cup result as well.
Yeah.
They lost to Sevenoaks, obviously a team they should be beating, a bit like us with Craig. Obviously, we didn't turn up, but that's by the by. It's a new game. I mean, you've got to fancy. Well, as a fan, we've got to fancy ourselves against them on Tuesday. Yeah,
I mean, well, like I say, we're not just a bad side overnight. There's not been too many changes, and again, maybe getting the fittest and strongest starting 11 out there might be a thing, but there's no reason, like what we've done last season, who teams we've beaten, and there's no reason why we can't go and beat majority of the teams in this league. So we go into every game believing we are the better side, and we've just got to implement that and come away with the 3 points. So I mean, to say very confident might be a little bit naive because you have to give respect to the opponents. We'll have a game plan which we'll be working on Monday, I believe, and then we'll go into Tuesday and really hope to get another 3 points on the board, which, looking at the table, if that happens and a few results go away, we'll be up in the top half quite comfortably. So,
I mean,
it's still very early days.
Ben, I mean, I said when I'm interviewing Gary, you don't look at. I mean, I'm old, right? Ben, you're a youngster. You never used to look at the table till 12, 15 games gone, but like now, it's no reflection of how the season's going to turn out. We're a good team.
No, not at all. I mean, you look at it, like you say, you don't look at it till at least 10 games probably, because between, probably 12 places in the league, you've only got a point. So it's just for us getting back to some winning ways and a bit of confidence in front of goal probably, and then really getting firing and putting a good run together.
Yeah, I mean, I know the fans are bang up for it. You know what I mean? We're really looking forward to this game. And, I mean, we would have been maybe even more if obviously Daniel Adjakai was at Kingstonian. It would have been nice to see him. Well, nice and not nice, if you get what I mean. But luckily he's gone. He's got. I think he went Horsham. Did he go Horsham? Yeah, I think he went Horsham. Yeah. So that's a touch. What do you say?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
But
I'll be honest. I've not seen the Kingstonian team, so I couldn't even tell you too much about them really. So.
Well, yeah, the centre halves. Well, actually, the goalie, you like nicking their water, didn't you? Because you're a busy man and you need hydration.
Yeah. No, I'm sure that'll be coming out once I feel a bit better and my game's on point rather than focusing on other little things.
No, it will happen, Ben. It will happen. But I suppose now we go to something that maybe isn't happening. What's going on with Liverpool, Ben? What's going on?
I'll be honest, I was saying it a lot last season as well. I'm quite steady-minded with Liverpool and we're very one-dimensional. It's the longer balls creating switches of play just to find them gaps to isolate 1v1 with sort of your Salahs and your Manes or getting them in behind, and it just isn't happening. And teams know how to set up and defend and counter-attack on us because ultimately when it's not happening, you have to commit a few more bodies forward, and then teams are like, well, we'll shut up and we'll have a couple of good wingers or players that can counter-attack, and it's exactly what's happening. It's all very simple, but nothing seems to be going well. It's something very sour for me, but I don't know. Do you need to change a manager or a couple of players or a system? I don't know. But,
Ben's going to change a manager.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think things look a little bit stale and a little bit predictable. So I don't know. Can you blame that on recruitment, or I don't know? Are the players a bit lazier? I mean, Van Dijk and Gomez, two very cultured, brilliant defenders, just look so lackadaisical, and they're causing a hell of a lot of problems. I mean, Trent, I won't get started on him because he's one of the best players in the world and one of the worst.
Yeah.
But, it's just a combination of everyone playing poorly, but also looking a little bit lazy. I mean, you watch the likes of Man City, who are able to, just reproduce every single week, and I look at the intensity and everything that they give to that 90 minutes. I just don't see it at Liverpool at times, which is why we do just come second to them all the time. So yeah, I think there's I wouldn't say a major problem, but definitely something that needs sorting out sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we really could see ourselves dropping out of the top four, I think.
Well, I suppose it's that pressure as well. Man City has started so well, and obviously the big man that they've bought in, Man City, Jesus Christ, he's just another. God's sake.
Yeah, something you wouldn't want to wake up thinking I've got to play against that today, isn't it? They are a different monster of a club and a team.
But there you go. I'm sorry to end it on a sour note there, Ben.
It's fine. I've had a couple of weeks of it. So.
Okay.
Well, it's been a scouser, isn't it? Everyone else is straight back into it when it's not going well. So
yeah,
it'll all come back round, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and
rise above it, Ben. Rise above it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, fella. The best of luck on Tuesday. We'll all be there cheering you on, mate. So, thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you for giving me the time. Take care.